YouTube steam engine vid. Well, I tried to make the camshaft this weekend at a JB Weld, and it didn't quite work like I wanted it to. JB Weld's a little bit too flexible. No, not the word. It's too liquidy when you're, before it sets to make them. I couldn't shape them. I'm just not that skilled. So I bought some Quick Steel, and there's two epoxies people love, Quick Steel and JB. So I don't know, maybe this will work. So, but I was experimenting a bit. After thinking about this for a while, I thought, why on earth would I try to make my own manifold? Because this intake manifold is at a quite weird position. Here, let me take out the bolts. I'm never prepared. But it's at an angle. This is a 4-horse 90. This is a 90. No, 2006 Briggs. Yeah, so here we go. Oh no. That's down to my starting cup. But anyway, see, it's at an angle. And that's my intake manifold. Why would I use that when I have an exhaust manifold that has threads? So, what I'm doing is I found this adapter right here. And I had a regulator on it, but I took that off, and basically I haven't broken it free yet, but just this top one, ignore this bottom piece. This goes from 1/2 inch to, I want to say that's 3/8. But regardless, it fits on a quick fitting for an air compressor. So that, I'm going to tighten this all up where this is facing, down. Everyone that does plumbing knows that sometimes getting the pipes to line up where you want them is a bit hard. But that one's going to face parallel with the base of the engine. Screw it in, and then put my male fitting for the quick connect on, and voila, I can test it on compressed air. This is a steam engine, but it's going to be tested on compressed air. Much easier that way. But I still want my exhaust to puff out the holes in the flywheel, which I don't know. I've hurt my knee, and it's kind of hard for me to move around right now. I'm not going to lie. So I'll probably just take this guy right here, and it's already cracked, so no reason to save it for another engine. Probably take him, put him back on, run a pipe up to the hole where I want it, and that will let me get it a lot more exact. So I think this will work. Now, I also messed around with timing, because you have to, being that I would be using the exhaust, the intake, I have to set it up. Oop, my little screw fell out. I gotta set it up where my intake, or my exhaust is my intake, and my intake is my exhaust. So, I don't have the 2 lobes made yet, but once I put the 2 lobes on there, I have to turn it this way because it's got to do it with my free hand. So, when you raise the engine up, and I'm having a bit of trouble here. Yeah, this is top dead center. Your exhaust is open. See? Exhaust. So then you keep turning it, and you get down to the bottom dead center, I guess, and your intake's open to exhaust. Now, I have to put the other 2 opposing lobes on the other side of the camshaft. I'll pull that out in a minute and show you. But then it will just repeat, and right now the intake would open up right about there. It would close. My new exhaust, which used to be the intake, would open up, and etc. And I keep changing directions. But this, part of the reason it's giving me such a hard time. Oh, and if you're wondering on the plastic cam, the timing, basically what I did to get that timing set up, it was fairly easy. Put the timing dot where it normally goes. And that put my engine at top dead center. It wasn't there, but you know how you turn it around. So it's at parallel, top dead center. Take my camshaft, and all I did was have to force it in there because it was a bit hard, but put it facing up. So, basically what I got to do with this guy is I got my Quick Steel, and it's not down here. I'm going to do that tomorrow. And I'm going to build up a lobe opposite to this one. So, on this lobe right here, which this is my exhaust lobe, which it used to be my intake, but now it's my exhaust. But anyhow, so you got your lobe facing down. I need to put another one right on top, same size, same shape. Then I got my new intake, old exhaust lobe. It's at a 90 compared to this. Well, a little bit more than a 90 because of how it is, but just for all intent and purposes, I'm going to call it a 90. So, I need to put another one, 180 to it, so it essentially is a 2-cycle then, and opens and closes once every stroke. And there goes my little lifters, they always fall out. If I can get that to work, then I can go on to building up the frame and the flywheel. But yep, so I kind of made this video initially as a question video, but after talking to myself long enough, I think I figured out my own question. So yeah, but if you have any questions, comments, concerns, yeah, feel free. And in case you're wondering what the mower was, I guess I am going to have to stand up. Crap. Gosh. I did something stupid today at school. That's why my legs or my shin/knees all messed up. The engine is a 4-horse Briggs lawnmower. It's off of that, well, you can't see it, but it's off of one of them green Jeep lawnmowers you get from Walmart. And it's model 10H902 type 0285E1, code 04060755. So it's actually an 04, not an 06. So, yeah. But this engine, there was a lot wrong with it when I got it. And, I mean, there's the back and the flywheel, in case you're wondering. These are those holes I was talking about. But lots wrong with it. The carb was shot. The cam was bent. That's a new cam. Cam was bent. Carb was shot. Tank had rust. It had rust in it. There's a spider crawling on my 60 Briggs head. No, this is actually this lawnmower's head. No, this is the 60. That's its head. I need to rob that spark plug. So yeah, that's about it. And it was just a really bad off engine. The bearings are bad in it, and a lot of people say, oh, it's wiggling because you have the back off. Well, I'll put that back on eventually one of these days, and I'll show you. It still wiggles pretty bad. I think he must have hit something because the little thing, let's see, this isn't the original one, but the one I got, because the original one I just chunked, was the key was all, it wasn't completely sheared, but it was close. It was wedged in there. I had to really pound it off. So, I think he hit something real hard, maybe a stump. Lots of tree stumps in these yards. This all was woods 5 years ago. No, not that. These are older than that. I would say the first house was probably 15 years ago. So these were all woods 15 years ago. They cleared most of it back then. Our house is only like 10 years here, so anyway, I don't know why I said 5, but all woods 15 years ago, thick woods, and so there's stumps everywhere. And yeah, so he probably hit a stump, sheared the key, left it outside in the rain, opened it up full of water. Never changed the oil once. It was that gray frothy oil when you get water in it. You can talk to anyone that works on marine boats about that. And yeah, so the engine was just a junker, and I figured, hey, I'll make a steam engine. Why not? I've already made this 2-cycle steam engine, which was my project last summer. My first really successful project. Because I used to start a whole bunch and never finish them. The first successful project was the shotgun, which is sitting over there. Then I built this. And then it's just been getting better. But yeah, this is the first one. And in case you're wondering, this is just the 2-cycle conversion. It's a home light. I had 3 of these engines. One's on my GoPed, one's sitting over there scrapped. Here's another one, and here's this one. I run it on this blue oil. I can't tell you what it's for, but I have like 10 cases of it. It's blue, really thick. Maybe it's gear oil, but yeah. Anyway, and it just I got my throttle and oil reservoir. Which, yes, there's a spray paint can. That's my friend's air engine.